Alright, in this section, let's go ahead and learn about JSON Web Tokens, or simply JWTs, or some people also call it as JWT. So imagine that you have an authentication server, and then you have multiple different applications that want to access this server so that they can be authenticated to access other resources in your system. So let's say that you have an iOS application, an Android app, a web application, and it might even be like a third-party application, and all of them want to access your application. So as you saw throughout this course, we've used basic auth and form-based authentication. Now, if we were to use those two forms of authentication in this scenario, it will be very difficult because you need to have a common way for applications to access your server. So you can't really do that with basic authentication or form-based authentication because they are very different, and you might have, for example, the web application using form-based, and then you have the iOS using a basic auth, which I don't recommend, and the same with Android and the same with third party. Now, this is when JSON Web Tokens come into play. So let me just quickly show you exactly what JSON Web Token offers. So the cool thing about JSON Web Tokens is that they are really fast. So they are fast because they are stateless, and I'm going to show you exactly what this means. But being stateless, it means that it doesn't need to have a database, but more important, the actual session of that current user. So with JSON Web Tokens, you don't have to store the session because everything is embedded in a token. And I'm going to show you exactly, how this really fits together. And also the cool thing about it is that you can use it across many services. So this is the example that I was giving you right at the beginning of this video. So, and some of the disadvantages of using JSON Web Tokens is that if the key is compromised, so the secret key is compromised, and I'm going to show you exactly what the secret key means and how it's used. But if it is compromised, then you are in real trouble. So also you have no visibility to logged in users, unlike form-based authentications. You know when the user logs in, when it logs out. You have the full history of your user. So with JWTs you have no visibility, unlike you implement visibility on top of it. And finally, if the token is stolen, a hacker can pretend to be a real user in your system and pretty much steal and compromise users within your applications. So it is really used throughout the internet. I think you should really know how to use it. The benefits that it offers, and I do recommend it to use it because it's really fast, it's stateless, and you can use it across many services. So I really recommend it to use it if you have this last bit right here, so where you have multiple services accessing your application. If not, I would pretty much just use form-based authentication where you have only one application accessing your server. So the way that JSON Web Tokens work is like this. So it's very simple. So basically right here you have the client and you have the server. So the first thing that the client does is it sends the credentials, and usually this is the username and password. And then what the server does, the server validates those credentials, and then it sends a token back to the client. Now, from this point onwards, the client will send a token for every subsequent request. So it doesn't have to send the username and password as it did initially right here where it sends the credentials, but it has to send only the actual token, and then the server validates the token, right? Whether the token is valid, or for example, if the token has expired. So right here, so you can see that, for example, if I send my credentials, I get token back, and then an hacker steals the token from my laptop, for example, that hacker can pretend to be me and steal my information. So this is something that you should be aware of, but this is pretty much how JWT works. So let me actually show you what it looks like. So let me go to this page, so jwt.io, and right here you can see that this is the actual token, right? So this is the encoded token. So you can see that it has 3 parts. So the first one is the header, and the header simply contains the algorithm and the token type. And then you have the actual payload right here. So this is the actual payload, right? And then you have the verify signature right here. So basically, so right here, you see that if, for example, I change this, so I add an S, you can see that this is invalid, right? And let me actually click on secret base 64 encoded. And now you can see that I do get this base 64 right here. And if you decode it, you can see what the secret is. So if this secret is stolen, then you are in big trouble. So there we go. So this is JWT in a nutshell. So if you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below. Otherwise, make sure to subscribe to my channel to get more videos like this. And if you want to learn about Spring Boot security, JWTs, and the whole shebang, go ahead and visit my website where you can enroll for this course. This is all for now. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.